afraid I'm a bit early. But my last patient was so ill, he had to go to the betting shop. Dan's in, isn't he?
I should think so, yeah.
Oh, I could come back later if it's a problem.
No. No, it's fine.
Those are lovely.
Yeah, they're for Dan, really. He, always used to buy me flowers on a Friday.
I wish my husband still bought me flowers. Come to think of it, he never did.
Dan? Dan, where are you? Got Ruth with me.
Oh. You're early.
Nice to see you, too. You hurt yourself?
Yeah, it's just a little cut.
Can we have a look?
It's nothing. I broke a glass.
Just as well we've got a nurse here, then, isn't it?
I'm highly trained at putting on plasters.
I told you not to worry about the washing up. I can do it.
I like to set myself challenges. Turning on the dishwasher makes me feel I've achieved something.
Would you rather I came back later?
Sorry, bad day. The bedroom?
It'll be easier in there. Me.
Yeah, I can do it. Oh. Right, let's get on with it then.
I can help you get onto the bed.
I can manage.
Good. Getting some strength in those arms.
Leg's still not working, though.
How are you coping?
How do you think? It's not so bad.
Can you get onto your side? Oh. Is that painful?
It's a bit. It's sitting in that damn wheelchair all day.
I'll put some cream on it. Well, you have to try and alter your position as often as possible.
That should make the day more interesting.
Have you joined any of those groups we talked about?
No.
I think you should.
I'm not really a groups sort of person.
Right, can you get onto your back? It's not what you think, you know. They're people your sort of age, and even younger, who've had motorbike accidents.
Yeah, and they sit around talking about their glory days burning up rubber on the A1.
I'm not sure what they discuss, but I do think it's a shame that you can't meet and talk to people in a similar situation.
If you say so.
And you need some more exercise. Have you been swimming?
I don't want kids staring at me as I'm lifted into the pool.
I know. It's tough. But half the battle is dealing with it in your head. You're the same person.
Oh, no, I'm not. Less than a year ago, I was playing football every Sunday morning. And now, for some reason, they've stopped picking me for the team.
They're disabled sportsmen who...
Please, not the Paralympics.
How's work going?
Good.
Working on anything at the moment?
Yeah, a book jacket.
Anything interesting?
Yeah, you're going to love this. It's called A Complete Guide to Great British Walks.
Well, that's me. I'm finished. Everything seems fine. Now, is there anything else? I'm here to help.
It's probably nothing.
What is?
It's a bit embarrassing.
Dan, I've been a nurse for donkey's years. What's the problem?
I've got sores.
Where?
Look, forget it. We're finished. You can sign me off for another couple of months.
Are you two all right? Do you want to talk?
We're fine.
Look, about those sores. I could examine you now.
Look, it's nothing personal, but I'd feel more comfortable talking to a man.
It'll only take a minute. There's nothing I haven't seen.
Look, I know it's stupid, but could Dr. Rawlings see me?
I'll speak to him. Look, it's difficult for Vicky too, you know. She only wants what's best for you.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes she makes me feel so useless.
She loves you.
Yeah, she's always saying that.
gotta get back to the surgery.
Oh, take one to have on the way.
No thanks.
How is he?
Not too bad.
What's wrong?
Nothing. But it might be an idea if Dr. Rawlings had a look at him.
Why?
Well, he hasn't seen him for a while. Just a checkup.
Is that all?
Yeah. Bye.
I shouldn't have spoken to you like that in front of Ruth.
Well, we all have our off days.
Come here.
Look, if you really don't want to, we could
Look,
just...
let's just leave it for now, eh?
Yes, but...
Don't I get a kiss?
Yeah, of course you do.
That was really worth waiting for.
Oh, come on, I really don't want to argue with you now.
Who's arguing?
Is there anything I can get you?
Not really.
You sure, more tea, something to eat? Do you need to go to the bathroom?
Oh, just stop it!
It's only because I care.
Yes, but there are ways.
Ruth said Dr. Rawlings was going to come and see you. Is everything all right?
Everything's fine. You know Ruth. She's very thorough.
I've got to go to the shops. Thought I'd get salmon.
Right.
I thought that was your favourite.
Yes, Mummy. It is.
Oh, what a day. Shattered. Got to get some sleep.
You do know I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
No, I mean, no matter what, I still love you. I'm not going to jump on you.
No, I know.
This has been difficult for you too.
Oh, don't worry about me.
But I want to worry about you. You see, we all have our own ways of dealing with things. Not always the right way, and sometimes things happen that shouldn't.
Dan, I'm tired.
You know, look, this is important. We can all do things. I don't want to hurt you.
You don't?
You see, there are things that I need to...
Dan.
Look, please, I just want to say that... Where are you going?
I'm going to get a glass of water. I told you, I really don't want to talk about this now. I'm very tired. Come in. Long time no see.
I thought it was time to catch up with you two.
Anne, doctor's here.
I'm not ready.
Need any help?
No, I'm all right. I won't be a minute.
Well, come through. I'll make us some coffee.
Right, thanks.
Is there something wrong with Dan?
Not that I know of.
Just Ruth seemed a bit concerned.
Don't worry, I'll give him a full MOT.
Great. You're looking well.
Thanks.
You've been on holiday.
No, unfortunately.
Funny. Look like you got a tan. Hey, have you been on a sunbed?
Come on, I'm a doctor.
What, you never do anything that's bad for your health?
Well, I wouldn't go as far as that.
Strike me as the kind of man who'd like to take a risk now and again.
I take mine black.
Oh, right.
So, how are you two managing?
Really well.
Good. How's physio going?
Oh, he's getting stronger every day. Got quite a pair of biceps on him now. Everyone's been so kind. Work gave me leave after the accident.
You back now?
Part-time. For my sins. Actually, maybe you could help me with something.
Well, I'll try.
What do you think of these?
Are you going on holiday then?
Oh, yeah, but this is a work thing. Buying swimsuits for a women's wear chain. Only need one, can't decide which.
Wow, I'm not sure I'm the right
It's supposed to appeal to the sexy 30-something woman.
I don't know.
Might be easier for you to decide if I tried them on.
Ready?
Duty calls?
sorry.
No, no problem. Anyway, I'm sure Dan would appreciate the chance to see you modelling.
Finally ready?
So, how's it been?
What did Ruth tell you?
She said you were making good progress.
Yeah, and?
And I bought you some more leaflets about those groups.
What else did she say?
Well, she was wondering how things were between you and Vicky.
That isn't what I talked to her about.
But how are things with you two?
Pass.
I see.
Look, we're just like any other normal couple. When Ruth came by yesterday, it was just bad timing.
And you're sure you don't want to talk to me about anything?
No, I don't.
Fine. It's up to you.
Look, I wonder if you'd,
Oh, yeah. Ruth said you're worried about some sores?
That's right.
Okay, well, perhaps it'd be better if you got on the bed.
Yeah. So, what is it?
Herpes.
It can't be.
I'm afraid it is.
But how?
It's a sexually transmitted disease.
Yeah, I know that. I mean,
You're gonna have to talk to your wife.
what?
Well, she must have it as well.
Vicky must.
Yes.
But she doesn't have any symptoms.
Sometimes it's difficult to be sure.
She can't have it.
I'm afraid she can. It can lie dormant.
Oh, yeah. Is it just through sexual intercourse?
No, not just intercourse. Herpes is a highly infectious viral condition. It can be passed on through sexual contact of any sort.
Oh, I see. Oh, I didn't think. I thought it was, you know, safe.
What was?
She's never going to forgive me.
Who? Vicky.
It used to be so good.
You and Vicky.
Why did this have to happen? It's not... It is my fault.
Look, take your time.
She has been so supportive. Vicky has. And now I go and do this to her.
Oh, what exactly have you done?
Before the crash... Look, I know this might sound like an excuse, but before the crash... These things are so personal. We had a fantastic sex life. I mean, the best. But now...
But now,
she's not interested.
you're not having sex with Vicky.
Once in a blue moon, but even then it's like she's doing me a favor.
You didn't catch this from her then?
No.
So,
I've been seeing a woman.
right,
I pay her.
I see.
Look, I didn't realize I was taking a risk. We didn't, you know, go all the way. Oh, look, what am I going to do?
I have to be clear on this. You have had sex with Vicky since you've been seeing this woman.
Yes.
Then I'm afraid you're going to have to tell her about this.
I can't.
But you're going to have to. She might have this as well.
By the time she knows about all this, it's not going to make much difference whether she's got it or not, is it?
I can't answer that. But it's an illness, and she needs to be aware of the risks involved. Perhaps if you tell her how you feel, how this is affecting...
If I was her, I wouldn't give me the time of day. You can't expect to get caught out with a call girl and then have your wife say, "Oh, don't worry, darling, I understand."
But there are reasons why this has happened.
That's what I told myself every time she came to the house. But right now, I can't see the justification for it.
You're also going to have to tell this other woman.
Sarah?
Yeah.
How do I tell Vicky? I mean, where do I start? I can't face her.
You want me to talk to her?
Yes. The coward's way out.
Vicky?
Oh, it's quick. You off?
No.
More coffee?
No, thanks. Look, we need to talk about something.
What's wrong?
Should we sit down?
Something serious, isn't it?
Dan's asked me to speak to you.
Why?
It's about you and him.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Well, sometimes when someone finds himself in a wheelchair, the way that people relate to them can change.
Yeah, of course.
And there can be problems in certain areas.
All areas, really.
Yeah, but some problems are more difficult to acknowledge than others.
Like?
Like the bedroom.
Is that what Dan's been talking to you about?
Not exactly. The thing is,
I know.
he's been seeing
Another woman who he pays.
You know?
Yep.
Dan doesn't realise that.
It's my dirty little secret.
When did you find out?
A few weeks ago. Came home early from work. Saw a woman coming out of the house. I just knew that something wasn't right about her. So I followed her. Don't quite know what I thought I was going to do, but I ended up confronting her. Of course, at first she denied having been in the house, but then she told me she was a... Well, she called herself an escort. I was kind of pleased in a funny sort of way. She kind of relieved my guilt.
How come?
I still love Dan. But since the accident, I've found it hard to show it.
But you still have sex?
Oh, yes, occasionally. I'm still his wife. But when I found out about her, she seemed like a solution, took the pressure off me. They're hardly likely to fall in love, are they?
Probably not.
I know it's not very nice, but I just don't want to do it with him anymore. Don't feel like I used to about him.
Because he's in a wheelchair?
Yes. No. Everything's changed. Dan was a really physical guy. That's one of the things I loved about him. He was spontaneous. It sounds soppy, but he was a free spirit. I was trapped in that thing. He's not the Dan I fell in love with.
Yes, he is.
Well, maybe I'm not the same woman that he fell in love with. Don't understand why Dan wanted you to tell me all this.
There is something else.
What?
He caught herpes from her. You're going to have to take a test.
What are you saying? I've got it.
It's a possibility.
But I can't have it. I haven't got any symptoms.
Even so, that doesn't necessarily mean you're in the clear. We won't know for sure until you've visited a clinic.
I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. It's a difficult situation.
He didn't protect himself. He didn't protect me. I mean, what about other things? She could have AIDS.
From what Dan told me, there's a minimal risk.
Why?
Because they didn't have full...
Oh, no. Spare me the details. So where do I have to go to take this test?
You'll both have to go to the GU clinic at St. Phil's.
How humiliating.
It's anonymous, and
I should have stopped him.
he's the one who chose to see the woman.
I drove him to it.
That is what the doctor said. I wouldn't make this up. No, I can't. not again. Look, if I owe you money... Hello? Sarah?
What sort of person am I? How shallow.
You're not.
No, before the accident, if you'd asked me what I love most about Dan, I'd have said everything. But look what happens. He can't walk and I don't fancy him anymore. How pathetic is that?
But there's always a period of adjustment.
Oh, where I pushed my husband into the arms of a woman he pays to get me off the hook.
You didn't push him.
I went along with it because I didn't want to make love to him. Might as well have paid him myself.
You need to tell Dan how you feel.
We had so many plans, we just started trying for a baby.
You still could.
How? How can I look after a young baby and a crippled husband?
At least the crippled husband knows how you feel about him now.
Dan, I didn't mean...
Oh, forget it. Maybe I should just move out.
What?
I don't expect you to forgive me. To be honest, I can't forgive myself.
Right.
I'll just pack a few things and then we can sort out when I can collect everything else.
Dan, wait.
I'm sorry to put you in the middle of this.
Hold on. There's more that needs to be said, don't you think?
I know you're trying to help, but
Is this it, then?
it looks like it.
Vicky?
He seems to have made up his mind.
You both owe each other more time to think. I mean, is this what you both want?
We're way past what we want. I've seen to that.
Don't you think you should talk about what's happened here?
Don't know what to say.
You despise me.
Don't tell me how I feel. You've ruined everything. After everything we both went through in our first marriages, this was supposed to be our chance of happiness. I'd never met anyone like you before. We really clicked.
And then I go and cheat on you with a...
It's not about the girl. I knew.
What?
You weren't just my husband. You were my friend, and I'd never had that before. But you had to get that stupid bike. I begged you to get rid of it.
That's right, it was all my fault. The bike, the accident, the girl. But you knew.
I saw her coming out of the house. I spoke to her.
Why didn't you say something?
Because she was an answer to my problems, not just yours.
Well, go on.
In bed, it wasn't like before. I couldn't give you what you wanted. It's not fair.
The girl, what happened? I mean, it doesn't make it right, but... Well, I felt so lonely. And I suppose... just wanted to feel like a man again.
And did you?
Not really, no.
And I don't feel like a woman anymore. A nurse, a companion, not a wife. Well, it looks like there's nothing more to be said, doesn't it? It's all gone too far.
Not if you don't let it.
After the accident, everything changed. I have to do everything for him. Anyway, it's medication time. I'll sort it out for you.
You don't have to. I can do it. I can manage.
You need me here to remind you, or you'll forget.
You have to let him do things for himself.
If I'm not in charge, everything will fall apart.
No, it won't. Look, how do you know when you don't give me the chance to take some responsibility?
Because it already has.
But I hate you fussing over me, treating me like a little boy. It makes me feel so useless.
Only trying to show you I love you.
I don't want you to love me like that.
Well, it's the only way I can.
Then there's nothing more to say.
Do you really believe that that's all you can give?
Dunno. I want what we had before.
Then give me the chance. Stop pitying me. Ever since the accident, you've treated me with kid gloves. But I'm still the same person. In here.
I don't know you anymore.
We can change that.
You don't have to do it alone. Maybe you could go to a counsellor.
Maybe.
It's not Dan's disability that's the problem. It's not talking about it. Look, I'm gonna go now. You both know where I am if you need me.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll see myself out.
He's right, you know. The biggest mistake we've made is not communicating.
I'm still the same bloke you married, for better or worse.
I know.
Do you, think we can get back to where we were?
No.
Right.
But I don't want to lose you.